Hi everyone, I'm Joe. This is my wife Rachel. We've been at People Church since the beginning days.
We were part of the launch team. We were pretty much in leadership right from the start. So we ran probably almost every area of church at that time. A lot of people didn't know that we've had a hard marriage since the beginning. We got married when we were 19. It was been up and down for a very long time. And at the end of 2016, Joe and I separated.
I was living with another woman at the time. I pretty much shut down to God completely. My heart was cold. Like, people would just try to talk me to staying and doing stuff, and I just didn't want to hear it. Like, I just wanted to leave. I just wanted to run. And
he was gone for a year, and during that year, like, God kept telling me, just hold on, don't let go. And when he comes back, he's gonna come back stronger than ever. And it was hard, but the thing that kept me going was my relationship with God, and what kept me going was, coming to church. And it was hard to come to church, it was, just to be completely honest, because I would see other couples there with their kids and their families, and I wanted my husband there. I knew from day one that he and I were meant to do big things and lead big areas and do ministry together. And so I had always that promise and that hope from God. But when you have it not in the natural, it's hard to keep the hope alive. When he wasn't in church, all I had was groups or Sundays. Like, those are my 2 points to really get encouraged. If it weren't for the women in my life, like that, when I got tired and when I got, just completely hopeless, they would give me words and I would just feel so encouraged.
during the time I was gone, I just felt like God was continuously pulling at me. And I was just fighting so hard because I didn't want to hear it. Because I knew that's where I needed to be, but I just struggled because I didn't feel comfortable, I didn't feel confident, I didn't feel secure. And
when he did decide to come back home, he didn't come back to God right away. It was probably another 2.5 years. And he told me he would never, ever come back to church. He told me he would never serve God again. He told me he didn't want anything to do with God. He didn't even want me playing worship in the house. So it was a hard time, but still through it all, God would always give me hope and tell me, just keep on, keep going, because he will come around. And when he did, it was for the relationship conference from the Burns. And something in me was just ask him if he wants to go. And then he was just like, if I can get the day off from work, which is a Saturday, and he never gets the day off from work on Saturdays. He's like, if I can get the day off, I'll go.
going into that conference, what that showed me was, I felt like the prodigal son. I walked in and I just felt so much love from people and stuff. And just being in worship, I think, it just changed something in me. I had my arms raised at conference and I was in worship, and it was like, man, God, I really missed you. I really missed this and stuff. And it's definitely so important to have community and people around you to just be able to lift you up and pour into you and just hold you accountable, and just people that you can pour into, because we all have stuff that we can help other people with.
Because if you want to grow, if you really want to grow, and it's not even just grow in community, grow in your relationship with God. There's no way you can do it outside of community. There's no way you can do it, because you just literally get lost in your own thoughts, that you don't have anybody there to sharpen you, to challenge you. And it's through that you grow. So it's so important. Grow groups are just so important.
We're here today because of God, nothing else. There's no other reason. There's no other explanation. Nothing can defy why we're here, standing here today.